Weirdo Kreeps. So yes, today we're gonna do things a little bit differently. Okay, we're gonna have a talk through blonde hair color tutorial. Okay, so yes, what I mean by that is that I will be talking you through this as you see the video playing and all that, not like a voiceover, but you'll see me in the corner telling you guys what's going on and all that in the video. Okay, so this is something new that I'm trying. I'm doing it this way, number one, because I'm terrible at voiceovers. The editing system that I have, it's like it's always lagging and behind, so it takes me hours and hours to edit it. So I'm seeing if I do it this way, where I am watching the video with you guys and telling you what's going on, that it may make my life easier with the editing. Okay, the only thing is that I have to try to make myself look presentable to get on camera instead of doing voiceovers and being able to look a mess. But yes, so this is kind of like a combo video because as you can see, I am wearing the hair that I colored. That is from Glam Diva's hair. Okay, all the specs of the hair will be below, and if you want any more specs, you can check out the first initial review video. So far, for a mini update, I love this hair. Oh my gosh, like I took it through the ringer, okay, and it is fighting strong. Okay, I did not steal wefts. I just went through and I just started coloring it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys this. We're gonna get this started because the coloring process is long, which is one reason I don't like to do color videos, because you guys know, first of all, I have my own way of doing things. You know, I follow some things by the book, and I add and take away a lot of things that are able to be added and taken away. I barely ever do just one solid color, so it takes hours to achieve the color, and it's sometimes very, very hard to explain. So I'm going to do my best that I can to explain this to you guys in the simplest way possible. I am actually doing a one-step bleaching process, and this hair did well with it. Oh my gosh. Disclaimer, it is risky doing this. Okay, if you're not a professional, you may not want to do this. You may want to do the same steps that I'm going to do, but decrease your developer and watch your hair very, very closely. Okay, just so happened this hair was able to take it without a problem, but I also know what I'm looking for, what I noticed, you know, about the hair, if I feel like it's gonna withstand and withhold as I'm doing it. But if you're new to this, you may not want to try this one-step process yet, because it does involve very, very high developer you can't even get if you don't have a license. But we all know people work ways around things and they will get it. But like I said, this is kind of risky, and I don't want nobody tearing up their hair. So disclaimer, this is your choice. If you decide to do it like this, this is what I did, and I just wanted to share with you guys how I did it. And yeah, why I did it was just because I hate having to bleach hair 32,000 times, and then to me it's very risky to damage it that way as well. But you know, I love the blonde hair. Okay, so yes, you can see that this hair is still very vibrant and bouncy. It's not ashy and dull and funny looking. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick up the true color. I noticed that this camera sometimes give off more of a yellow tint. I have like 4 different to 5 different blondes in my hair because I wanted a lot of highlights and low lights. So I have some that are on the cooler side, some that are on the warmer side, some that are more golden, some that are more neutral, a lot of medium to very light platinums and medium to light blondes, basically. Okay, yeah, so let's get into it. Like I said, this is a lengthy video because you guys want coloring videos, but you don't like to watch long ones. But unfortunately, the way that I color hair and the things that I do to it, it's gonna be a process if you want me to give you step by step of how I do it. So if you're watching this, sit back, relax, get you some popcorn and all that, and let's get this party started. Ooh, ooh. Catch y'all in a second. Alright, so first off we have all of our products. Okay, I will make sure to list all of the products below. Everything that you see that I have featured that I'm using will be listed below, so don't be, you know, afraid. Alright, that's my little smock and stuff, which I did not put on. I don't know what happened. I'm just showing you the hair here, everything. Again, it's 16, 18, 20 and 22, and a 14-inch lace closure, which is from another company, and we will discuss that in another video. But today it's about Glam Divas, so let's get into this. I'm just showing you basically right here how the hair, how the closure does blend well with it, even though it's from another company. Just showing you the wave pattern. So what I did is I'm actually going to go in with a pre-color treatment, and I'm going to go in with an argan oil mixture, okay? It doesn't matter which argan oil you use. These are the two that I prefer, that I feel work the best, okay? Make sure to wear gloves, of course, but for this part, I'm not going to wear gloves. Now, I'm going straight into the hair. I did not co-wash it, silly, do anything. And why I'm going straight into this, because whenever you bring clients in, you don't want them to wash their hair 24 hours before you do a color process anyway. So we're going to treat this as if it's growing out somebody's head, and they coming in just how they coming out the street, okay? So I did not clean it or do anything to it, straight out of the packaging right into the color process. So what I'm doing is putting the pre-color treatment on, and also argan oil all over it, saturating it really, really good, because I'm going to go ahead and just give moisture back into the hair before we even start coloring it, okay? So we're going to deposit some extra moisture into it and give it a little bit more protection from this bleach, because again, this is going to be a very extensive process. So make sure that you put your gloves on. I don't do it all the time. I know it's terrible when I'm doing my own hair, it's bad, but I did it this time. So I'm going to take some basic white for the first batch, and this is going to be the 22-inch that I'm doing, and I'm going to take the blue kalideocolors. I pretty much mix equal parts of everything. You see me putting in the argan oil, and I'm doing that because I'm adding more moisture into the bleach mixture. This is not something that I've seen anywhere, that anybody has taught me or told me, or that they even said we should do in school, but I decided to take it upon myself to do that, and I noticed that it helps keep up the integrity of the hair. I'm just adding moisture. You can never add too much moisture, okay? So there I go. I'm adding in the lightening packets. When you see me mixing it up here, you only see me add one, but that was because I made a second batch, and then I see me add two. I made a second batch and I added one more into that, so it's actually a total of 3 activators. If you read the back of the package, it does have directions, and you can follow them, and that would be the best way to make sure you're getting a good consistency. How you mix your bleach and everything does make a difference on how it lightens. If you mix it incorrectly or not in the correct parts or don't get the right consistency, it won't work as well as it would as if you follow directions. So follow directions, guys. Like, seriously, follow directions. It won't kill you to read, and it'll save you a lot of time and from damaging your hair. So I'm just starting at the bottom, the normal process, okay? Going all the way through it, making sure that I get it saturated. Why I mixed the BW and the kalideocolors is because I just basically wanted to stretch it. And I'm doing this for you guys to show you how to save money. Kalideocolors is an expensive, you know, little box, and you can get the BW if you catch it on sale for as little as $13, $10 for the whole big thing. So just to stretch it, that's really the only reason that I use the basic white in it. Now, some people say that they feel like basic white lightens a little bit better, but when you're using a lightening activator, you are pretty much guaranteed to get very light very quickly if you mix that correctly as well. You can't make a big batch of bleach and then use 1 pack of lightening activator. It's not going to give you what you're looking for. So if you want to get blonde hair, light hair, bleach it up to do a color, be prepared to spend a little money on it to get it done right. Now right here I'm showing you, this is an applicator bottle, and I'm using it to measure. Now normally I eyeball because I'm so used to it, but I'm just showing you this technique this way to help you out. It has the ounces on there. If you read the directions, it'll tell you, you know, what ounces you need to mix and what and blah blah blah. That way you can get an exact measurement and get your hair done. So this is the second batch that I'm making. As you can see, the hair is already turning, and then I'm just gonna add 1 more pack into that because that was a small mixture. And there you go. I'm just watching it and checking it. I'm watching it really, really good. Now what I'm gonna do is leave the part that I'm leaving dark hanging out of the foil paper, and then, now this is something you have to be very careful with what I'm about to do, okay? A lot of people like to put hair under a dryer whenever they want to simulate heat. I don't, because it dries out the hair. What I do is I take it, put it inside of a shower cap, wrap it up tightly. I take a towel. As you can see, I had the brown towel. I wet it in warm water, put it in the microwave, let it get a nice intensity of heat, and be careful because you will burn yourself. Wrap it and then just basically close it up with a clamp or something, or just fold it to where it's closed. That is gonna simulate heat like you would be getting heat from the scalp. Okay, now I'm just showing you guys my old book where I had highlighted about bleaching and toning. I was so interested in color and all of my little writings in my book when I should have been paying attention. But as you can see, it is smoking. You have to be quick. Like, it happens very fast. Okay, now as you can see, that is the color that I got. One step, using 50 developer and activators and heat simulation. And some hair will get as light as this, some might not get as light, but I can promise you, if you mix your stuff right, it will get very light very quickly. Okay, you may not get to the almost platinum like I did, but it will get there very, very quickly. Okay, you can even use 40 to do this as well for those who can buy the 50. Now, what I did is I went straight in with conditioner, okay? A reconstructing conditioner and a color protecting conditioner. And I did that to add moisture right then. And then I'm going back in with a neutralizing to bring the pH balance back to normal. And then I'm going to go back again with conditioner. Okay, as you can see, I'm putting conditioner in there. And I'm going to use silicone mix as well. Again, all of the products will be below. I'm gonna mix it all up in this little bowl. You'll see why I have it in a bowl in a second. Okay, normally I would bleach all my hair together, but because I was doing a tutorial, I was doing one bun at a time. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the argan oil in it. And I'm gonna wet this paper towel in warm water and then place it on top of the hair again for like another heat simulation. Just, you know, to give it a little bit more. Then I want to wrap it in foil paper as you would do food. Again, this is things that I do that I found that work from testing and trying and things. Now I'm going to put it in a warm bath. This is all just for heat simulation, as if it was on a scalp to get the conditioner. Then you just put something on there to weigh it down. Alright, so now second batch. That first batch, well, I'm gonna want that to go all the way platinum because again, I'm doing different tones. So now the second batch, I'm mixing different bleaches, the VW, a neutral, and a cool tone bleach, all from Kalideocolors. Same thing, 50 volume developer. Why I'm doing this is because I want different tones now, and I'm cheating. Okay, instead of coloring it in sections or trying to highlight it and this and that because it's not on my head, I am cheating. Now I'm gonna put it all the way through, and basically just where the neutral tones touch, or well, the cool tones, it's just gonna give it some different ways. And I'm again cheating. Now what you have to do to make sure you don't get splotchy color is make sure that you pull it all the way through, all the way down, pull it all the way down. You know, don't just put it in patches. Once you put it on, you gotta start working it down and making sure that it is even all the way down, or you will get blotches of color here, blotches of color there. This is another risky thing. If you're not too sure about this, then you can cheat another way. Do one bundle, one tone with the neutrals, one bundle, one tone with the cools, with different values of developer depending on how high you want it. And then when you place it in your hair on the wig, you can lay the tracks in the order that you want them to be for the highlights. That's a way to cheat, but this is another way that I cheat. Okay. So the same process, I'm gonna wrap that up and I'm gonna do the same heat simulation on that, rinse it out, conditioner, neutralizer, conditioner, let it sit in the bath with the other hair. Same process. Okay, as you can see, I left it so it's kind of like doing its own little thing. I don't even know what I went to go do. I don't know. Oh, get a towel, I think. Yeah. And I really thought that I edited this out, but it's not. Okay, so yeah. Alright, so yes, the same thing. So now what we do, we're gonna go ahead and prepare the lace closure. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing to it. I'm going to give it a pre-treatment with pre-treatment, and I'm also going to use the argan oil. I put the argan oil on the lace part as well, just in case anything gets up there, it'll be protected as well. So it has what it needs all over it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the 30 here, and now I'm bringing in the violet tone as well to give more of an iridescent look at the top and closer to the roots of the hair, because I want like a brassy tone near the black, and then I want it to go into the other colors. Okay, so I'm gonna fall out this chair though. So yes, I'm basically just pinning it on the mannequin head. You can do this on the forearm as well, and that's what I was going to do, but I feel like I could have more control on the mannequin. So I'm just pinning the lace closure down. And then what we're gonna do is I'm going to start off with the normal bleach mixture of the 50, or if you have 40 you can use 40. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to mix the blue and then a little bit of the violet and of the neutral as well. And this is going to go all the way up until I get to the point where I want the brassy to start in the deeper brownish, like copper color, because we're going to use a lower developer for that, so that we can do the same amount of time on the color and not have to watch it so closely. So I'm using half of the lightning activator in this one because I didn't have to mix that big of a bleach mixture. So I'm going to put it all the way up until where I want the brassy tone to start, okay? And that's going to be our first bleach mixture. So just like this, we're just going to go around, and this is what it should look like. After that, I'm going to take the same mixtures, but we are going to use 30 instead, okay? Because this has been on for a while. So once I do that, I'm going to go right on top of where I stopped and add the 30 right there. And I'm doing it this way. I want it to be really, you know, not lined up, not perfect line, just kind of sporadic here and there. If I part it differently, it may look a little bit different. So I went up a little bit more in some areas and down a little bit more in some areas. It's just personal preference. These are the type of things where you get creative with it and you figure out where you want something to lay. Then of course, you know, I turn my brush vertical and make sure that I'm going up and down motion so that it's not a straight across line to drag some in, just as you can see how this looks. And then I'm going to wrap it in the towel as well to simulate heat. Same process. And then I'm just going to watch it. I'm just showing you here how it's a coppery tone. It's hard for you to see the true color through the blue. That is another thing you gotta kind of watch for if you're not trying to get that high, you know, because it's hard to see. So I'm just showing you that first batch of hair after I've rinsed out the conditioner. And now we're going to toner. Now, most toners, a lot of people don't know this, it's better to tone your hair when it is towel dry damp, not all the way dry. Now, that's because it works so quickly. But with this toner, you can do it dry for more intensity. They say that in the instructions that you can. This is my first time using this brand. I just wanted to try something new to give you guys the insight on it, and I can say I like it if I'm just going to be using the platinum. I do not like the lilac tone to pull out the brassy tones, and why I don't is because I had to soap cap the hair because I decided to use a higher volume developer than just the 5 to get it quicker and lighter. To bring it up a tone as well as tone out the brassy tones. And what that did is, you see me, I mixed the 30 and the 5, which brought it down to 25 volume. And the lilac will add lilac into your hair, okay? I had to soap cap it out and pull those purpley tones out, which is not a good thing to have to do after you've already bleached hair up that high. I only had to do that on one bundle. And I stopped the other process quicker. So that's what I'm saying with that. If you're going to use that brand, you have to really watch it. And I suggest, if you're not comfortable with coloring hair, that you use only the volume that they say to pull the tones out, which is the 5, and not go any higher, because then you will have lilac hair, okay? Yeah, so of course the camera went away. You see me back again. The camera died or whatever in the mist, but it's fine because all I did was tone the hair, and then I rinsed and conditioned and everything, the normal steps. So with this, what I did is I mixed 2 parts of 1 part of each color to make 1 full part of the lilac and the platinum that comes in this tone. I'm not gonna go too much into detail about this stuff because number one, it's not as easy to use, I would say, as the Wella, because it only comes in 4 tones, okay? If you don't know what tone to pull out, you will get confused and lost. If you don't know that, you know, purple counteracts this color, or that ashes will counteract this color, or that dirty blonde will or you're not gonna know, or you're not gonna know what tone you want to get it to from what a color swatch, you're gonna get confused, and that's not what I want. So I would prefer, if you're gonna do that, stick to the Wella color charms, and you can use colors T18 or T10 to achieve this, or you can even go for T15 if you want more like a goldy tone. Now you have to be careful with T18 because it will get you to a white platinum if you don't watch it, and if that's not the color you want, girl, you're gonna be bleach blonde. So you gotta be careful with that. T18 to me, T10, excuse me, is the most, to me, safest, so where you can put it on and you won't feel like, oh my god, it's gonna like turn so fast, and then I'm not gonna get a color that I want. You put it on with the correct volume of developer. Don't go any higher, especially if you're not trying to get higher, but you just want to pull out tones. Get the right number, read the directions. Of course it is 2 parts to 1 part with Wella, so you're going to, an easy way to do that is you use 1 part of the color charm, and then you fill up the bottle twice with the developer that you're using, and that will give you your perfect mixture, so you're not confused. Or you can use a measuring utensil like I use. You can get the little applicator bottle and you can measure that way, whatever makes you more comfortable. Yeah, so again, for the blonde line, if you're new to it, I don't recommend using that to tone. A good thing about kalideocolors is that it has a toner in it, so it will pretty much tone you. You may have a few brassiness that you can probably pull out with shimmer lights color, or you can even get the generic brand that they have. I forgot what it's called, but I have it too. It's another purple one that you can use. They have the conditioner and the shampoo, or you can use the Wella. And don't be afraid to ask the stylist workers, because they're supposed to be knowledgeable on this stuff. So if you have any questions and you want to make sure you get to the right tone, don't feel no type of way about asking them to help you, okay? A lot of times I get in there and they got me helping other people while I'm in there because they know me in there. But I'm saying, like, if you need help and you want to make sure that your hair comes out right, do not, no question is a stupid question, okay? And there's nothing better than in-person help. You can write me as much as you want on here and I'll try to respond, but to me it's not the same as somebody sitting there talking to you saying, okay, look, this is what kind of egg this color, this is what we'll do this is what we'll do that, so if you want this is what you need, blah blah blah. And then that way you can ask questions and get a lot of feedback. But as for this, I could have achieved this if I wasn't trying to try this new line, which I probably won't be messing with no more. I'm gonna actually try their bleach though, because I heard some good things about it. But their toners, if I'm gonna just go all the way platinum in one color of platinum, then I'll probably mess with the toner and use the platinum toner they have. But anything else, I'm just stick to the Wella for that. And yeah, if I try out their bleach, I will let you guys know if it, because it's supposed to be like the best bleach for blonde if you're gonna be wearing blonde, to get it to where you need to get it to quickly and safely, so they say. So I'm gonna try it out for y'all. But yeah, I didn't talk too doggone much. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask below or to contact stylist, okay, when you go in there. But like I said, if you're gonna be confused about things, just use the Wella, okay? Use the Wella. And another good thing about using the Wella is that there's so many people on YouTube that use it. So if I don't have the blonde that you like or the blonde that you want, and you can search around and try to see who used what toner versus this very new brand. But I'm nosy. I think I might be able to tweak this brand and make it work even for the person that's just starting. So I'm gonna work with it a little more and see what I come up with for y'all. See if we can find something else to have on our team for our blonde girls, okay? But yes, I love you guys so very much. Please stay tuned for any of the other videos. I hope that this tutorial helped you some, even if it was a confusion with the toning, especially because the camera cut off or whatever. At least if you can, if I can help you with how to get your hair up safely to the blonde, perfect. First of all, every hair, disclaimer, will not react the same way. Why? Because some hair is just not good. We all know that, okay? Some hair just don't do nothing. But if you get some at least decent hair and you moisturize, use moisture, put moisture back into it, take your time with your bleaching. Don't, you know, overdo it. If you don't feel comfortable with the 50 or 40 and you have to take it step by step, that is fine. Just make sure that you're putting moisture back into the hair and take time to condition it and let it be. Also, if you're gonna be a blonde, try to keep heat out of your hair as much as possible. I may curl my hair once a week, and from there on I'm flexi rodding or finding some other kind of way to wear it to keep the heat out of it to help with longevity. Also, put moisture back into your blonde hair, okay, however that you can. Also, do research and find products that are for blonde hair, okay. I'm gonna do a video on that as well, because a lot of products can make your blonde hair look ashy. It can give it bad tones and make it look funky looking and all that, which I hope mine ain't looking funky on camera because of this lighting. If you want to see better pictures of my hair color, like the true color, what it looks like and all that good stuff, and anything else to keep up with me until I do another update video, please follow me on Instagram, and you can see when I post pictures what I'm saying about the hair. So if you're interested in getting this hair now, then you can move on to it, because this is not a full update video. But I can tell you, as of right now, I do recommend this hair, okay. Customer service is great, and as you can see, it took the color beautifully. All right, well, I love you guys so very much. I will talk to you later. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please stay tuned for more to come. Again, I will be doing secret giveaways. So y'all better be watching these videos if you want to catch some secret giveaways. I'm gonna know who really be watching them. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Ooh, ooh, bye.